competition looking steep, and I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is, when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them. Here's Breida. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going. Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
First down, Texans.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. He's got it to Williams. 20! Touchdown, Houston! Damian Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. I mean, less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Pick it up. Pick it up. Mike's 54.
Hey, seam 6.
Got you.
Pilot, 64, weak.
On second down, a run with Breida. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's caught here by Adams. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Mike 54. Danny.
Again on second and 10, it's Haskins. He's got Fuller. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Come on, set. 54 Mike.
On first and 10, it's Lindsey. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Now Haskins to throw it. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 40.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Third down. Here's Haskins. He finds his target, Fuller. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Watch that screen. Watch that screen. Safety screen. Check 24. Check 1. Hey, check 24.
On 2nd down now. It's Lenzen. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They're going with Lindsey, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs.
Tackles. Back. Hard.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
These two teams all tied after 1.
54.
Now it's Breida. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
180. 54. Hey, tight. You got alert. You got tight right there. Hey, switch the corner.
Greystone, travel.
Check 25. Hard.
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes to...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
Smooth. 451. Here we go, here we go. Mike 51.
On 2nd and 7, Rosen, and that's complete to Adams. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
51. Hug. I'm about to take you through. Check safety. Quarter. Slam. Check 26.
On first down, here's Breida. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Let's get it together. Alert. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Wide. Get wide.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Go, Mike 51. Hey, Monday. Hey, alert.
Silver. Hey.
Monday.
Check. Crunch. Check three.
Middle.
They run with Breida. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Titans. Matt Breida with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Titans have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Mike 5-4. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Man open. That's Calvin Ridley. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Mike 54. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
On first down, it's Haskins. It's complete to Fuller. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Got 4 down. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A first scoring update now from Carolina. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Let's go, defense.
Rosen will throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
In your face.
Five. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Hug. No, Mike 52. Mike 52. He can't hang.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
At the 46-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Check 24. We play to win. Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go,
On first down, it's Rosen. And he finds Corey Davis. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays to target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Hey, exit.
Go. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Check. 51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. Check tight. Check tight. 51's Mike. Mike 51. Hey, pick it up. 80. Let's go. Jim.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
52's the mic right here, over there, Mike.
Hey, Echo.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
All right.
52's the mic. Check, 52's the mic. You remember me? You remember me?
All right.
3rd and long here for Rosen. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. Touchdown, Titans. Adam Humphries. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field. And
it's caught inside the 25. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
Watch the call. 29 is the mic. Mike 29.
Get that quarterback at all costs.
29 is the mic.
Now Haskins on 1st down. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. Here's Haskins. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Rashad Perriman as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
Call on the right side by Adams. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Quarter. 80. 50 wants the mic. 50 wants the mic. Hey, quarter. Shift.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Looking deep for Adams. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, check. 54's Mike.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. It's complete to Williams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 20. Three yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Texans.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He's got this one complete to Perriman. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in the game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Haskins. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Hey, we got to get this stop here. Hug. Watch twist.
They'll begin the drive with Breida. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Hey, alert, alert. Run that. Hey, Zoo.
51. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Here we go.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. It's caught here by Adams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38.
Watch the ship.
This is Breida. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
80. Check three.
Right there. 54.
Run that.
54 Mike.
I got one.
54 is Mike. 50.
Hey, alert.
Watch 54.
General West.
Sponge. No. He's coming.
So that'll back him up 5.
Double up. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right.
80.
3 down.
Go, Mike 51. Hey, it's coming up. Hey, Charlie. Go. I got him.
51's the Mike.
Hey, Porter.
Get ready.
Hey, Mike 51. Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
But no Texans start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Hug.
They can't hang with us.
No. Check that. Hey, wahoo. Don't get nervous. Kill. Run that. Hey, turn it up. What do you got?
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. A gain of 6 there on first.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible. Hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Haskins. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 7 yards there and a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Too low. Top 10. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Hey, defense. Hey, defense. That's it. 29 is the Mike. Mike.
2nd down, Haskins. He's got Fuller. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Airing it out. Look, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard. And this would have been returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Check 43.
61, matchbox lights. Alert, alert, alert.
Check, go get him, go get him, go get him.
Hey, high 7.
Hey, watch that. Check, alert, alert, alert. 54. Watch us left.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
The Titans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, orbit.
51. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Go, Mike. 51. Mike 51. 51. Here we go, D. All day.
Middle.
All day.
Right here, guys.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And Adams has it, complete. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Quick slant there, gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Tighten up.
Alert. Bravo.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. Drop deep. Hey, Mike 51. Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Hey, Haywood!
Mike 51, Mike 51. Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up.
Right here, guys.
On third down, Rosen. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll finally be taken down, but he gets inside the Houston 20. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Switch.
Hug.
Shoot! Watch the shoot!
They go counter with Breida. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Bang. Middle.
Check nickel. Kill.
Alert.
Kill.
6-6. Pull it high.
Check 99.
They run again with Breida. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.